What's going on, Port fans? Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing Port Adelaide's qualifying final win over Geelong, a 43-point win in the end on what was a massive Friday night to kick off the final series for the AFL in 2021. I was there. It was a very, very good atmosphere. 20,000 people in the house, and it felt like there was about 55 in there. That's how loud it was, and that's how energetic it was. It was just a superb night overall. And the game itself, well, it was one of the better ones we've played for quite a while. And I just want to say straight off the rank, I do apologise for the late review. It has been a pretty busy 48 hours since the game on Friday night. So I do apologise for that. So this game's probably been reviewed, watched, commented on about 1,000 times by all the fans. But hopefully you can enjoy this one in particular because it's a very, very positive one. So without further ado, let's get straight into this qualifying final review.
But Simpson able to follow up the groundwork. High footy, and here is the man at the moment. He is doing an exceptional job across halfback. Sets up another opportunity for Amon. Amon launches a long ball. Big pack of players. Dixon in front. Fantasia around the corner with a dribbler. Hurrah, old Fantasia!
What a massive Friday night that was. Port Adelaide got the job done by 43 points with the stars of the show, Aaliyah and Oratio Fantasia, setting the tone for the rest of the boys in what was a dominant display from start to finish. The first quarter was absolutely crucial for Port Adelaide to get the job done in the end. And, well, we had a positive outcome in the first quarter. 4 goals, 327 to 2-5-17. The same amount of scoring shots. Geelong missed some early ones, some key ones that they probably could have gotten. Tom Hawkins kicked one, but he only ended up with 2 for the night. Brilliant job from Trent McKenzie. And that's what set the tone throughout. You know, our defensive unit was so good early on, withholding Geelong's early energy. And Aaliyah would just cut off absolutely everything. I think he had 4 intercept marks in total. He had 7 possessions for the first quarter. And he just proved exactly why he's the recruit of the year and why he has become one of the best defenders in the league. He's one of the best interceptors in the game, and also proved why he was selected at centre half back for the All-Australian side, and it's just instrumental throughout the whole night. It wasn't just about the possessions, obviously. As a defender, when you're getting possessions, it's a bonus, but it's your presence. It's how you deal with the ball coming inside 50, and everything he dealt with was absolutely perfect on the night. And the chants from the crowd, the energy that he produced with all the supporters there and helping out his other teammates, and that was just an amazing performance by him. And it really sets the tone that he can hold that pressure when it comes inside, and he can really stand on his own 2 feet, which I had a little bit of question about coming into the final series. Maybe, you know, they get a bit of pre-game nerves and finals nerves, but he withstood any pressure that came his way and dominated. And credit to Tom Jonas and Trent McKenzie as well, doing their jobs on Jeremy McCameron and Tom Hawkins. A great result by the defensive unit, and the run from Burton, the run from DBJ. You know, Houston was enormous. Then you move into the midfield and you've got Boak and Wine setting the tone. Drew wasn't as much his possessions as it was with his tackles. He was enormous in the middle. Butters, Dersma, Rosie had their impact, and you know, the list goes on and on and on. You move to the forward line, and then Dixon didn't have his goals or his marks, but his presence was enormous. He created so many contests, and goals to Robbie Gray, goals to Oratio Fantasia, and Dixon's presence was able to open up the small forwards. And when you're playing Geelong, you probably do want your small forwards having a big impact, and we saw that earlier in the year, round 13 or whatever it was. It was Rosie kicking 5, Dixon had 4, but no one else really contributing, and that was enormous. Robbie Gray had his moment. Motlop was sensational. He's always a finals player, isn't he, Stevie Motlop? And it was one of those games where every single player on the list for that day played well. You know, that's when the coach says, "Oh, there's not a fault." You know, everyone played well. And I think overall, even Sam Powell-Pepper coming onto the ground, he was enormous for his 10 minutes, and that's what the difference was in the end. Do you know, the big thing as well was we caught Geelong sort of off guard. They definitely came in with a sense of purpose, and you could tell they were on, for the first 10 minutes or so. They were bombarding our defensive 50. They were getting some clean takes out of the middle. I think they won the centre clearances like 18-3 or something in the end. It was something astronomical, but it was our work around the ground that really helped us become so prolific, and our transition was enormous, and they just couldn't keep up with our pace. And it was just great to see that we were able to play different types of football, tempo football, when the game was against us, fast pace when we had the momentum, and we were able to pick our moments perfectly. And it was almost the perfect game for Port Adelaide. And in that sense, it was just we were waiting for that 4-quarter performance, and we got it. Like, our pressure was enormous. It was elite, beyond elite. And we play that, and if we play it in the prelim, we play it in the granny, we're going to go very close. If not, I think it's some of the best football we've played in many years. You know, there was glimpses of what it's going to be like when, you know, when Orazio is crumbing it on Perth Stadium, and, you know, to have those moments, and they felt like such big moments in the game. Like Orazio, a perfect moment was Dangerfield dropping the mark, and Orazio got the handball from Robbie Gray's crumb, hit the goals from 55 out, and went straight through the middle. Like, when does that ever happen when we play a game of football? We don't see that. Port Adelaide don't do that. You know, it was just so exciting. And I think if there was little things to pick out, you know, it was moments in the game where we probably should have blown it out a little bit more, and, you know, set shot goal kicking still being a little bit of a negative for us. And, you know, Dixon should have kicked his, Marshall should have kicked his, but these are little ifs and little buts that come with it. And I think the overall performance is just so impressive, and it's finally good to tick the box. You know, we bet the Dogs round 23. We bet that top 5 side we've been looking to beat. But people are still like, oh yeah, no, we'll crumble in finals. Port will crumble in finals. They're still pretenders. You know, they're just making up the numbers. To come out like that and prove a point like that, the Adelaide Oval in front of our home fans, then we get, better yet, a home prelim on a Saturday night against the winner of the Dogs in Brisbane. Who would I rather play? Doesn't matter, because if we play like we did Friday night, we'll get them. And I think promising signs. I'm not going to say anything that would be too out there, but I think we're right on the money at the moment, and we're building perfectly for the prelim. Then whatever happens next, what happens next. I wanted to keep this review short because I know a lot of people have commented, a lot of people have watched it many times, they've seen it with their own eyes. This is just my opinion, and I think I just wanted to keep it short because obviously I'm late with the review, but, you know, it's one of those games where you just can't dissect anything, because to me it's a statement more so than what we did right, what we did wrong. What we did right was simply we played Port Adelaide football for 4 quarters. If we do that for 2 more games, we're going to have that cup in our hands. Tommy Jonas and Ken Inkley are going to be lifting it up, and someone's going to be saying we've got the power to win. That's all I'll say, because it was just a fantastic performance. I'll look forward to next, because it's only 12 days away from the prelim, and I cannot wait. Thank you for watching this review of Port Adelaide versus Geelong. Leave a comment below on what you thought of the qualifying finals performance. A massive, massive night of football. Hopefully they raise the capacity for the prelim, 30, 35, maybe 40,000. I've gone out there and said outrageously, put out full capacity, Stephen Marshall. We need a full crowd at the Adelaide Oval for the prelim final to hopefully celebrate a grand final berth. But we'll wait and see on that one. So until then, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new for plenty more Port Adelaide and AFL content coming your way across the rest of this final series. My name is Anthony, and as always, count the pair.